In this video, I'm going to be showing you how I use the H&P notebook. And for this example, I'm going to be using the large version of the H&P notebook, and I'm going to show you what the difference between this one as well as our regular H&P notebook. So I think first off, to give a little preface, where I found this to be the most helpful or kind of why we developed the H&P notebook was, especially as an early on medical student. This is whether you are a first or second year, kind of just getting your feet around, doing interviews with standardized patients, and then as you're a third year, really thinking about how you present in front of your attendings. And so I think that the H&P notebook can be used, or any type of template in general can be used for a variety of purposes, and they're mainly for, in my opinion, earlier learners. Once you're an intern, even when you're a fourth year or later on in your third year of medical school, you'll be less reliant on some type of template. But I think that definitely early on is very helpful. So when I was a first and second year, what I always did is I used this as kind of my go-to. I use this for whenever I had to ask questions and that I didn't really know what to ask them. So I would kind of go just straight through the list. I would ask them why they were here in their chief complaint. I would obviously then ask them some of their information, or maybe it was on some type of board as well, for their name, their date of birth, things like that, how old they were. And really the bulk of the information was coming from here. The HPI was really where the patient would give the majority of their information. I wouldn't have to ask all that many questions. I just really asked, why are you coming in? And they would kind of give me a whole laundry list of things that would all fit here, and it would be pretty nice. But then I would kind of forget, what do you ask next? So you kind of go through and ask their past medical history, go through their past surgical, not forgetting their hospitalizations, and you go through their med, and we kind of have these little tidbits to kind of help you, guide you along, into also asking a few other questions that you may forget. Their allergies, their social history, any type of alcohol or tobacco use, family history, and then just having a checklist. Having a checklist for your review of systems is always very helpful. I think definitely when you're first starting off, you're gonna ask every single one for every single patient. In reality, do you ever do this in real life? Probably not. Actually, definitely not, or else you would never have enough time. But definitely when you're starting off, you wanna have all the information, especially when you're a med student, you have a lot of time. So you can ask these additional questions as long as someone's not looking over your back, or you're not being graded in your OSCE or something like that. And so I would really rely on this to have a very good review of system. And then when it came to physical exam, I would have just kind of going through a running list of what I should do for my physical exam. And I would kind of go through that list. And I would also have an area for labs eventually, but that was more so in third year, as well as assessment and plan. And so I think that how I approach it as a more older med student, as I'm talking now as a third year medical student, when I was a third year, kind of how I did this was very different, where for the most part, what I used the templates for wasn't actually for asking questions. I kind of had my script down for asking questions. What I really relied on the notebook for, or what I relied on the templates for, was having a very organized way of giving a presentation. That's what I wanted really for any type of H&P template that I was using. I wanted an easy way that when I was giving a presentation that they could follow with something. When I was taking notes for a patient's history, when they're kind of giving me all their information, they go in all sorts of directions. What you'll find is that when you're talking with a real patient versus when you're talking with a standardized patient, real patients don't talk in this way. They don't give you your HPI and then nicely give you their past medical and then nicely give other things. They kind of jump all over the place. So what I really used the template for was after the fact. Once I had kind of jotted down these notes, I would kind of put them in the right places. I would try my best to put them in the right places while I was talking, but oftentimes these patients really don't cooperate in that sense. They don't cooperate in the sense that they're just gonna fit as nicely as a standardized patient, because that's not real life. But it was really helpful, especially when giving a presentation, when you can kind of have this workflow, have this way that you're gonna give a presentation every single time. And especially true when you're starting to talk about your physical exam. Before, it was just a way for me to find out what I was gonna do next, but really when I was giving a presentation, I always forgot what was a normal physical exam. How do you say it and sound decently smart, or at least just like all the other med students that kind of know the verbiage that they're supposed to use in a physical exam. And that's kind of what we have here. For the most part, most of your physical exams are going to be absolutely normal. Most of these patients are going to have normal exams minus maybe respiratory and cardiovascular, maybe slightly off. And so really, when you're giving a physical exam, you can be very succinct when you're giving your presentation, especially when you're reviewing things like the physical exam review system. You can just kind of jot through whatever is positive in here, and then have some type of assessment and problem list as well as a plan. And so it's very keeps you very organized. That's what I always liked about having a template. And what I liked about having a notebook, or why we wanted a notebook to begin with, was that oftentimes I found myself being asked a lot of questions about other patients I had. For example, when I was on internal medicine in the wards, they would ask me a bunch of questions about all sorts of patients, and I would be kind of flipping through my papers and never really having the answer, and that never really looked very organized. And I think this was a perfect way for me to stay organized. And then when I was done with the patient, especially when I was dealing with outpatients, I could just rip this page out, right? When the patient was done, we have these little perforations that you can kind of just rip them out and kind of be done and shred those papers. And so that for me was very beneficial as well, just to kind of keep everything organized and just keep it pared down to what you need. Be sure to check out medicalbasics.com for more educational resources like our H&P notebook, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more tips and lessons.